I wanted to share with you today my 3 yoga moves to remedy sore and tired feet. So, I just got off the ski hill, so you don't necessarily have to be skiing or wearing ski boots, but maybe you're shoving your feet into all kinds of different shoes or boots, or um, even from just sitting for a long period of time with the blood flow running into your feet. So the first one that I wanted to share is not really a yoga move so much as it's like a self-care kind of practice where you thread your fingers through each toe. So this might not come super easy right away. A tip would be to also use oil so that you're more lubricated and you're getting space between the toes. And I can just feel some of those pressure points even into the bones, the little bones of my feet, and then just rolling that around a little bit, finding space. Another place you can do this is in the shower with soap. So if your feet are wet and you've got soap, the fingers will slide in there easier. So I would say to do that, and it gives space for the little bones of the feet. It feels great, just wakes up the toes. So that's just like to preface. And of course, you would do it on both sides, and one side might feel easier than the other, and ooh, or more intense than the other. So you're just doing a little rolling around, and you might get some cricks and cracks. And what it'll do is not only separate through the toes and stretch around the little bones, also it'll bring some nice circulation. Like I can feel a little bit of heat happening in there. And so do that as long as you want. And so then the first yoga move would be to be sitting in hero's pose with the toes tucked under. And you're going to sit back on the heels. Now, this can be very intense for some people, so you may only last a few minutes or not even a few seconds. And then you would just rotate, like untucking them back under. The key for this too is the pinky toes sometimes get a little stuck. So you can just pull them away. They get smushed together. You want to spread through the toes, and then you're just adding the weight of your body, the pressure down into stretching out through the whole center of the foot to the pad of the foot and into the toes. So you can sit like that for as long as you can tolerate it. It feels great for me. This is a comfortable place for me to be. And then when you let it out, there's a nice little blood flow that comes rushing back into the feet. And then the next one, I'll just show you from the side like this, would be to extend or open or stretch the tops of the feet. So that was the bottoms, the toes. And so the tops of the feet, you would just come from this position and lean back. So stretching through the ankles and tops. And if two at the same time is too intense, you could also just go one at a time. I tend to be able to lift a little higher when I'm doing one at a time. I'm just shifting. And you'll feel that any amount that you can be with that, opening through the tops of the feet and ankles. And then lastly, I would say to finish with your legs up the wall. So you would just nestle right up, your hip right up against the wall, drop down to your shoulder, and then swing the legs up. You can, your seat is touching the wall, and then you just let gravity take over. And you should feel more spacious in the toes, more alive in the feet. And take some deep breaths. This is a great one to do before bed. It's a very calming, resting posture. Settling and taking the circulation out of the feet, opposite to how you are for the whole day. To come out, you would just roll to the side and push yourself up. So stay in that last one for as long as you can, or as long as you like. And it's a great one to do, like I said, right before bed. I often will do it in my bed and just put my legs up the wall, laying in bed, and then come on down and tuck right under. And so hopefully those tips help you to feel um, better in the feet if they're sore or if they're tired, and they bring better circulation into your hardworking feet.